Morning, everyone. It's 8:45 on Tuesday, and this is your pre-opening comment. It's video number 486, and we'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so lots of news this morning. Durable goods up just short of 5 times what was expected. It's up 1.9%. Expectation was 0.4. X transportation, it was double, which is 0.8 versus 0.4. And X defense, I don't have a comparison, but the number was healthily up at up 3.4%. In individual stock news, we have a bunch of earnings, but before I get to that, they closed the book on ANT. ANT is probably the biggest IPO to date, and it is also partially owned by Alibaba, BABA. So there's no way to tell you what Ant is doing, but their book was oversubscribed healthily again, and so they've closed it off. Las Vegas Sands, I don't know how they're going to do this, but they're talking about getting out of Las Vegas. I guess there'll be a name change. The stock is $50.99, up $1.86, or 4% on that. Chuck Schwab is up about 74 cents on the news that it is starting layoffs based on the consolidation of TD Ameritrade into Schwab. And now the bad news. Caterpillar beat top and bottom, and yet it's down $3.76, or 2.3%. 3M beat both top and bottom. It's down $2.16, or 1.3%. Raytheon RTX beat on earnings, and revenues were in line. The stock actually was down initially to 58.76, but last is up 38 cents at 61.19. So basically down 2 to up 1. Harley Davidson beat. This was on my list of stocks on Sunday that I posted on Discord as looking good to me. Yesterday it was down and closed at 29, which was down about $1.50. This morning on the beat, it's trading at 31.53, up $2.53, with a high of 32.70. SPI, which is a little one that I talked about when it went from $1.05 to 46 in a day, on the discussion that it was in the electric vehicle market. That was back, in the last week of September. It had come all the way back down to 571. This morning, though, it has traded as high as 1187. Last is 1034. So giving up a bit, but still up $2.38, or 30%, on the spinoff and settlement of some lawsuits with a subsidiary in Australia, I believe. And big news, Xilinx is being bought by AMD. It's a stock deal. Xilinx is currently trading 134.78, up 20.19, or 18%. AMD is down a little, and the conversion is 1.7234 shares of AMD for each share of Xilinx. So depending upon how the AMD acts, Xilinx will be a moving target for a while. Europe was mixed. Asia, is slightly lower, and our opening indications are the Dow up about 50, and NASDAQ up about 50, and the S&P up about 12. The reason for the weakness in the Dow, which was up over double that earlier. I saw it up about 120 actually, but Caterpillar and 3M are both down, and so they're dragging the Dow. So could be a good day for stocks in general, even though the Dow is the weak sister today. Okay, chart on the screen. Bitcoin, again, my favorite chart recently, and we have broken to another new recovery high. The high of the day so far is 13,550, and I'll give you an idea of where we are on the chart because it's important. We are this high on the weekly was during the week of June 24th of last year, and the high was 13,915. If you go back a bit, you'll see that on the basis of that, we already have been closing at new high closes on the weekly. Now we're approaching the actual high. So we're 13,550 on the high here, and on this high, as I said, we're 13,915. So, 500 is 500. It's still a distance to go, but it clearly looks like that's what it wants to do. In other stuff, the oil was about unchanged at the low, is up 15 cents. Nat gas is down 1.6 cents. The gold, which is up 60 cents. Silver is up 7 cents, but the gold was up yesterday and the silver was down. We are approaching, well, this is an interesting one on the weekly. It wasn't what I was going to show, but as you can see, we've hit this 20-day, or in this case, 20-week moving average, and have yet to break to the downside. It's a little more evident on the daily. We'll use something close in. We hit this 100-day moving average, made a slightly higher low, made a slightly higher low after approaching the falling 50-day. We've spent the last 3 or 4 days in here with lows around 1895 or so. Today is a relative short range day. I expect that this is going to again try the 100-day. Actually, it's been trying the 100-day. Doesn't have to actually hit it on the nose. I'm actually bullish here, but I'm also somewhat concerned that if we break here, we will try 1850, and we actually could come down to 1830, 1835 to test the breakout if, in fact, we go to the downside. All right, everyone, that's about it. I'll be back later in the day unless I have something intraday. Keep your size appropriate on positions, and have a good one.